What's up, y'all? Came across this video of Mahogany's sister responding to what's going on and setting the record straight. So let's see what she's talking about.
Just when you think we might have heard the whole story, just when you think it can't get any more heartbreaking, a new voice emerges. For weeks, we've been piecing together the story of Mahogany. We've talked about the initial shock, the truth about her being fired before the hug, the debate over church pay, and the church's leadership deleting their Facebook page. We have analyzed this situation from a distance. But today, the story gets personal, because now, for the first time, a member of Mahogany's own family has come forward to speak. Her sister has posted a video, and folks, she is holding nothing back. She is here to set the record straight, and she is confirming our worst fears while revealing a painful history that led up to that moment on stage. This changes things. Let's get into the bombshells she just dropped.
So it's been brought to my attention that a lot of people are lying on Mahogany, and I don't like that. So let's address some things. Number one, Mahogany did not hug the pastor or the bishop or whoever Two Dreads is, very weirdly, because they stopped paying her. Mahogany's pay never changed. They stopped paying the choir. Everybody up there, the praise team was not getting paid. So if you want to put it on the floor, we're going to put it on the floor. The praise team was no longer being paid, for one. For two, when we joined our new church, I told Mahogany almost a month ago to stop going to that church because some people ain't right. But Mahogany said that the Lord gave her a gift and she wants to continue to use her gift. So she went up there and I supported her from afar because I don't like them people. 3, the church been struggling with money. So since you want to put it on the floor, we're going to put it on the floor. The church has been struggling with money. And if they would sell that Benz they drive, they could pay the people to sing. The praise team was not getting paid. Very few up there were getting paid. Mahogany was one of them. 4, I don't know who y'all spoke to, but we're gonna put the facts straight. Not this last Sunday, but the Sunday before last. Mahogany was at the church, and the first lady came in demanding for them to sing a song they had never practiced. And Mahogany and everybody had felt uncomfortable, and that was one of the many times they had offended Mahogany, and she decided that she was going to still say and sing even after they had already offended her and said, well, if you don't want to sing the song, you can go. And Mahogany still stayed and convinced others to stay at the church and sing the song. 5, or whatever number I'm on. Mahogany is a nurse. Mahogany's not going to risk her nursing license for anybody. I, however, have not graduated yet, and I will.
The wine glass is killing me.
You better off praying Jesus than trying me.
Mercy.
6, Mahogany is a good person. She didn't deserve any of that. So whatever lies y'all gonna spew on the internet, whatever beef that you have, whatever you gotta say that's negative, take it to me. Take it to me. I have the time. 1 thing for certain and 2 things for sure, it was never about the money for Mahogany. Mahogany was gonna keep singing up there after she gave her 2 notes. I told her not to go back. Mahogany said she was going to go back. I said she should leave them people high and dry. She said no. So whatever lies the church is going to spew about Mahogany, you got one more time and you will be seeing me next Sunday. And by next Sunday, I mean this Sunday. Front row and center so we can address it on the live how y'all wanted to in the first place.
She ain't playing by her sister now.
So before y'all worry about trying to clock Mahogany or spread lies about her, worry about finding some money for the church.
Oh my.
Thank you.
The first thing the sister does is confirm what many of us suspected. This was not an isolated incident. This was a pattern. And she gives us a concrete example. She says that the Sunday before the firing incident, the first lady came in and demanded that the praise team sing a song they had never practiced. An ambush. When the team was uncomfortable, the first lady essentially told them, if you don't want to sing the song, you can go. Now, what did Mahogany do in that moment? Did she cause a scene? No. According to her sister, Mahogany, ever the peacemaker, stayed and convinced the other singers to stay and serve. So let's be clear. A week before she was humiliated, Mahogany was the one holding the worship team together in the face of the First Lady's unreasonable demands. This wasn't a problem employee. This was a dedicated leader trying to navigate a toxic environment environment. The sister comes to set the record straight on the money. She says a lot of the rumors are wrong. It wasn't that the church stopped paying Mahogany, it's that the church had stopped paying most of the praise team. Mahogany was one of the few who was still on payroll. And why did they stop paying people? Well, according to the sister, the church has been struggling with money. So we have a church in financial trouble, cutting pay to its musicians and singers. You'd think the leadership would be tightening their belts, right? Leading by example in a season of austerity? Well, not exactly. Because according to the sister, leadership is driving a Mercedes-Benz while the church is struggling so much that they can't pay the praise team. Folks, this is a masterclass in hypocrisy, the very thing that makes people leave the church. You cannot preach sacrifice from the pulpit while practicing luxury in the parking lot. You cannot ask the flock to serve for free because times are tough while the shepherds are living lavishly. This is a catastrophic failure of leadership and stewardship.
Okay, y'all, Mahogany best friend, allegedly, because, child, I don't know them people, but she said she the best friend. She said it wasn't so much the hug, but evidently the church already been having money problem, and they stopped paying like the choir, the praise team, the musicians, people like that. Now, for those that don't know, because I've seen when someone asked the question before, yes, an organized church normally pays the praise team and the musician. If you wonder why, say I go to church this Sunday and choose not to go 3 more Sundays, church going to go on, but you can't have church and don't have no one for praise team and stuff like that. So people like that, the praise team leaders, musicians, normally get paid to make sure they are there, you know, so they can be relied on. Anyway, evidently she stopped paying them, and then she keep asking for songs without them having rehearsal. So she came in that morning and asked Mahogany to sing some kind of song, you know, without Mahogany, you know, having rehearsal. And Mahogany didn't want to do it, which, if you know anything, you can't just pull a song out the hat and you have not rehearsed with the musicians. I mean, like, she up high, they down low. That's not how singing go, especially not in the church. But I am going to say this because I've said it before. I don't care how raggedy them pastors is. If those members continually come back and support them, they're the problem. They are the problem. Because let's say they crooked, right? And they showing up and doing wrong, and you sit there knowing they're doing wrong and keep supporting them, then why should they stop? When you find churches like that, you leave your little happy behind and find a love preaching real church that really minister and look out for the people. But anyway, I ain't finna start preaching. My point is, if they already was having money problem, at this point they should be bankrupt.
It was never about the money for Mahogany. Her sister reveals that Mahogany had already given her 2 weeks notice and was planning to leave. She didn't need their money. She stayed because, as her sister said, the Lord gave her a gift and she wants to continue to use her gift. Her character has been vindicated. She stayed out of a sense of duty to God, even when she was being disrespected and even when her own sister was telling her to get out of there. She endured a pattern of toxic behavior and chose to serve anyway. And her reward? Public humiliation. The sister speaking out has given us the final heartbreaking piece of the puzzle. This wasn't a single error in judgment. It was the predictable, explosive reverts of a ministry culture that appears to be built on pride, hypocrisy, and control. My heart just breaks for Mahogany and her family. And I have to say, I have so much respect for her sister for having the courage to stand up and speak truth to power and to defend her family so fiercely. We have to keep shining a light on these situations. The only way the church gets better is by being honest about where we have failed.
Matthew 5:5, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Do you guys know what meekness is? Gentleness. This woman showed that within her character when dealing with this situation. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. She showed this. She got them people to stay there even after this. Galatians 5:16, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. I guarantee y'all, Mahogany wanted to bop that old head upside her head with that microphone, or more than that. But that would not have been walking in the spirit. But she definitely did. And I definitely respect her sister for having her back and standing up against them crooks. Fire.